Greetings and salutations. This is the most amazing Imperator Vespasian and his trusty sidekick, who is less amazing, but you know, some days it can be.
Well, in brackets, he has an illness.
He does, he has flu, which is disgusting. All this stuff keeps falling out of his nose. Yeah, you do that. Right, so this is our next video on our Alamo project, and these guys are some Mexican infantry. Our last video was on the Mexican officers, and previous as we've done a few other things. This is the actual first proper platoon of Mexican infantry. These guys are Cazadors or Cazadors. I don't know why they're called Cazadors or Cazadors.
Well, you're going to tell us?
Yeah, Cazadors are light infantry. And they can either be used as, well, they're like Jaegers, let's think, voltigeurs. You know what voltigeurs are, you know what the riflemen are, Sharps rifles,
yep.
they're light infantry. And they can either fight as a solid, an elite unit of regular infantry, or they can fight as sharpshooters. And what they would typically do is, they would run out in front of the regiment. We have discussed this before in our videos. Skirmish lines, voltigeurs, they would run in front of the regiment, and if it was in a big battle, they would fire their muskets in order to create a cloud of smoke.
Then the infantry can move forward.
Yeah, the infantry could advance under. They were basically to provide cover, smoke cover. Now, they are also sharpshooters, and when an infantry regiment wasn't attacking, they would just go out and take pot shots at the enemy. That's when the actual skirmishing bit came in. But during big pitch battles, they would usually provide smoke screens for advancing infantry. It's basically infantry mechanics 101.
So that's basically their job.
Yeah, and for some reason most gamers seem to think that voltigeurs only skirmish. And that is all they do, and they shoot the enemy officers and stuff, which is stupid. That's not actually how it works in the real world. They were really there to provide cover. Right, so, all things aside, these are figures that are not even converted, they're just regular French infantry from the Vitrix box set, which I have painted up as Mexicans. They're in the blue uniform, it's sort of light blue medium blue trousers, dark blue jacket, because blue is camouflage. Although the yellow bits on the helmet and stuff probably isn't that good, but...
It was night time though, don't worry.
Yeah, well it was night time, so they weren't used as that, they were actually used as...
I mean, the ones over there, we'll call.
They're militia over there.
Militia would have stuck out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, because they were in their summer gear, they came from the south, so they weren't, and it was snowing. So actually it was snowing, so actually they'd been in really good cover, but anyway.
But what's the story there?
Yeah, the Alamo, yeah, it snowed the day before the attack.
It would be really good if it snowed, because if it does snow, anyone's attacking will be completely camouflaged, regardless of what colour.
Yeah. And it would also be really cold, and your hand would freeze to your rifle. So, yeah.
But you'll attack at the very minute.
Okay. Anyway, can we get on to the video? Right.
I know, I think I'm going to stop you.
As you know, we're using two different rule systems. We're using black powder, that's the card for them for black powder, and we're using a skirmish system as well. We will show you in our videos as we play which one we like best. We figured that using a skirmish rules, it will be really hard to do very, very big battles. So we thought we'd have a go with black powder, because there are some decent rule conversions for fighting the high sant. For black powder, and so we're going to try them because I really like them. I found them on TMP. If you go to the TMP forum, type in La High Sant Black Powder, you'll find it. Anyway, I found it first try. I just typed in black powder rules for the Alamo, and it was actually under that.
You normally have to say the exact same way, even if it's not got the capital letter. Normally, the website says no search results. Not even if, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what I mean. Yeah, on that look like Bacchus.
Yeah.
You can only search for the code, and you have to put the 0 in as well, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, with Google, yeah, you pretty much find it pretty quick. Anyway, so these were skirmish infantry, they were light infantry, and at the actual Battle of the Alamo, they did a lot of skirmishing during the siege. 4 of them got killed, I believe, when the Texans burnt the village. There was some small village buildings near the Alamo that the Mexicans were using as cover.
Yeah, I know.
And they went out and burnt it, and it was these guys.
Was it the film?
It is in the film.
Crockett
yes, Crockett. Yeah, and Crockett shot one of the Mexican soldiers.
And then the Mexican soldier ran out and nearly shot him, and the Texan soldier saved his life.
Yeah. So.
So Crockett could have died there and then.
He could have. So anyway, these were the guys that were doing most of the skirmishing. When it came to the actual battle, they had been divided up between regiments and they weren't used as assault troops. They were actually put on the flanks of the militia because they were elite troops and the militia had a tendency of running away, and so they were put on the flanks to try and scare the militia into not...
Like a commissar?
Yeah, a bit like that.
That's not like that at all, because the commissar would shoot you if you ran off.
Unless we're playing and then the commissar gets shot by his own men.
And no, it worked once.
Once.
What is the chance of rolling a double?
Yeah.
I never roll a double. But when it gets the commissar, I roll a goddamn double.
Every time.
It's proper weird.
Without fail. Anyway, so Cazador. Cazador is skirmish infantry. They wore brown uniforms, and the word Cazador means brown, doesn't it? Brown uniform.
No idea.
Something like that. It's Portuguese. So I don't know why the Mexicans used that term, because they weren't in brown. And they weren't in brown during the Revolution either. Yeah. Usually the Cazadors, the skirmish infantry, were chosen for the shortest men. The shortest men in each regiment would be chosen to be a skirmish man. So they were the shortest Mexicans.
Well, I'd be in there.
Yeah, you'd be a Cazador.
I'm tiny.
And the tallest were, of course, the Grenadiers.
Who would mainly die, yeah?
Yeah, so basically your qualification for being a skirmish infantryman wasn't your ability to shoot people.
It was your ability to grow.
How high you are. I don't
Your ability
understand.
to be high or tall.
Yeah. Like, for some reason, being tall makes you a really good grenadier, for some reason. I don't know.
And being small makes you a really good elite skirmisher.
Yeah.
Okay.
I prefer the modern ways we do armies, which is you get the guy who's really good at doing something and you give him that job.
Well, the North Korean army, because like, a molecule.
Yeah.
Like, a strong molecule.
Yeah.
It's like, it's set out perfectly, so they can slide past each other.
Yes.
And then move around. But the North Korean army is exactly the same. The formation is perfect, and the height is exactly the same.
Well, Koreans in general don't have much difference in height because they all have the same diet, which is rather limited. So you tend to get the same sized people. Chinese used to be very small. Back in colonial days, we thought Chinese were small people, and nowadays you get taller Chinese people because they've got a better diet. Like the Celts, they were huge. They were absolutely enormous. They were like 6-7 footers.
Right, Celts come from again?
The Celts, North Europe, up to the borders of Germany, right down into Thrace. Oh, how was that?
Pretty close to Italy though.
Oh yeah, northern Italy was all Celts. They were all Celts in northern Italy. Southern Italy was the Romans.
Why can't they just accept?
And the Celts went right down into Dacia and southern Russia. So the Celts were sort of spread all across, from France all the way.
Well, anyone who's
southern
played
Russia.
5 Pound before, it's like the Udam.
Yeah.
They've controlled all of the world, all of the land,
Yeah.
and they go into your land and like are clashing into you all the time.
Well, the Celts never identified as being a race, if you get what I mean, or a culture, a common culture, because they weren't. There were multiple tribes of Celts, and they all despised each other.
Yeah, I know, because they didn't have like annual times where they beat each other
Yeah.
killed each other.
They brought in the harvest and then went and killed the next door neighbour. Something to do.
Were they the ones who did with daughters?
You mean the maypole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's them. The Romans stopped that.
Then the Romans saw it happen and went, whoa, hold on, what do you think you did?
Yeah, the Romans stopped that. That was quite disgusting. But apparently we're all supposed to embrace other cultures. Funny, because I don't see how any other culture has anything to offer the West, but there we go. Anyway,
Russian culture?
that is West.
China?
That is West.
That's East.
No, it's West. It's all West.
Japan's East.
Western civilization includes China.
Japan's East, though.
So, it still includes Japan. Japan is included.
Why do we call it West if it then when it's
from
never
colonial
shredded
days.
wheat?
It's from colonial days because it was.
Wait, Japan is West and East.
Actually, yeah. China covers many time zones, so it's a huge place. And Russia actually starts in Europe and finishes in Asia. So, take a pick.
Right, never mind, just carry on this goddamn video.
Yeah, incidentally, where we live here, the people here are all blonde-haired, blue-eyed, as you've noticed.
Yeah, but
And the reason-
they really like the colour red.
But the reason for that is they're descended from the Russians. The not the Dacians, the Sarmatians. Because the Romans massacred all the Dacians, but they didn't want to kill the Sarmatians because they changed sides. But they were rebellious, so they moved the entire population to like
Hey, it's a free move.
to here. It's a free. I'm not sure if they enjoyed doing it. Mind you,
But it's free.
It's warmer here, so
This part of the country we live,
yeah.
does it get dark here first, or does it get
It would
darker
get
where
darker
we
here
came from?
first. Yes.
I thought so. Scotland?
That's dark all the time. Just-
I know, Dan, when I was at Scotland on summer holidays, there was no sun. It was just clouds and mountains and rain
yeah.
and coldness
And rain. Lots of rain.
and
Scotland.
ice.
Beautiful place, Scotland, though.
I've been there many times. Never really.
I think it's
I've
beautiful.
never really liked it. I've been to Wales as well, and I didn't really like it either.
I like the hills. I like hills. I was born in hills, so I'm used to hills.
Yeah, and you're a hiker.
And I'm a hiker, so yeah, that's why that's why I like that terrain. Here it's flat, which is of course why the Sarmatians liked it, because it's for the horses.
Well, not really. We're on top of a cliff.
Yeah, where we live is, but where it's flat land, and so it was easy in a lot of marshland back then, and so for the people the Romans brought over, it was the perfect terrain for their horses, and it's how they lived back home. So they wouldn't have noticed much difference.
Where we came from still had the Roman classic stone road.
Yeah, we still had our main road underneath it.
This one doesn't have it. This
No.
place, no.
No, this would all have been marsh in Roman days.
Why?
But the Romans killed the population who already lived here. They killed everyone.
Is it true about climate change?
How the hell do we get onto climate change?
You know, no, it's just that I'm thinking. You know the cliff that we're on?
Yeah.
Did the water used to be higher or lower?
The water changes as to the height of the land here, because southern England is sinking into the sea.
So the water gets higher?
It will always get higher. Because there used to be ice on the top of the continental shelf, and the ice is all melted, and so the plate is slowly slipping back upwards again. But it will take millions of years. These things
I
will
don't think human race is going to last for 100
When I was at
years.
school, we were told that London would be under 25 feet of water or something stupid like that. By
I got told that.
By 2000.
I got
Yeah,
told
you
that.
got told that too. And it was a lie when they told us.
And
it
now
was
it's
a lie.
2002.
Yeah.
No, it's 2010 when they told me.
My own personal views on climate change. I'm not a scientist.
I'm not a scientist either.
No, I don't really think it matters how much water gets frozen. Because air and water. Put ice in a glass and watch it melt. You know. I'd be more worried about what the sun was doing.
Yeah, but by the time... By the time all this becomes a threat, we would have killed each other.
Also, what is the problem with climate change? It actually makes some areas of the planet better to live.
I don't agree with climate change. I don't really care about it.
7,000 years ago, you couldn't live up here. Well, you could live here. You couldn't live up where we used to live because that was under ice. It was all frozen.
Still, it's cold there though.
2,000 years ago.
It's rainy as well all the
Yeah.
time.
So as the ice melted, humans came north and occupied places like England and all these other places in North America. People could move up there and live, whereas before everyone lived around the belt of the equator. So we moved from the belt of the equator and moved north. So because we moved north, we had to invent new types of technology because we had to make clothing and stuff to wear because the weather was variable. We had to learn to hunt different types of animals. We had to invent new kinds of weapons, and with weapons come tools. So we evolved, and we ended up putting a man on the moon. So without climate change, we would never have landed on the moon.
Well, I thought we'd be on Mars by now, but you know, can't get everything.
No reason to go to Mars.
Yeah, but it'll be like in newspapers. Cool.
Yeah, but there's no actual reason to go.
Where's the mission going anyway?
Oh, it's been cancelled.
By
The European Union cancelled it.
why does NASA just do it?
NASA's got no money
Why?
because the government cut funding for NASA.
Okay. Obviously, they care about space.
No, they don't. They care about low Earth orbit, which is where you can put satellites and stuff. They don't really care about space because it's not interesting to them.
You do know our Earth has a belt now.
Yeah, of junk.
From all the junk
Yeah.
from our space.
Including the ashes of Scotty from the Enterprise. They've scattered his ashes in space. So if you're flying along in a spaceship and you get splattered by
Scotty's dead?
Yeah, the original Scotty.
Oh, right.
No, the new Scotty isn't dead. He's fine. He's doing fine.
So he's about to say he's hilarious one.
Yeah, he's sat there making films and stuff. He's quite cool.
He's the new Scotty. He's from Shaun of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I need to watch it like that again. Right?
So after climate change was solved, the Mexicans decided to climate change is like a whole other video, and that's not really the remit of our channel. But just talking
Nothing
about that.
ever is.
No, I know
we speak about this stuff all the time.
I know we do.
But this time was my fault. All the times.
It was your fault.
All the times it's yours.
So these guys are skirmish infantry. As I said, they were actually split up and formed into small units on the flanks of the less well-trained Mexican infantry to probably scare them into keeping going. They would have been used as actual sharpshooters to shoot people off the walls. And it was a young Cazador that shot Travis. So there we go.
Yep.
That's them. As I said, I don't know why Cazadors. I don't know why they're called Cazadors. I really do not know why.
Maybe the person who came up with the idea was called Cazador.
Unless it had become synonymous with skirmish infantry and stuff. The term, I don't know.
Well, do you even know? Can you speak
Mexican? No, I can't speak Mexican.
Right, that's fine.
Basically Spanish, yeah.
I mean, if the next can watch him, like, is this? This?
The Spanish Empire, the original skirmish troops would usually be local Indians, actually. Back in the early Empire days, it wasn't until the Revolution that regular infantry started to... Well, the end of the Napoleonic period and onwards, they changed the types of troops that they had. Basically, as there was no difference between locals, the Tejanos, the locals, and the Spanish settlers. They both regarded themselves as being Mexican because they both fought together in a revolution against Spain, and so the racial divide between
differentiated.
Yeah, the racial divide that you would get between Indians, like in the United States, you had a huge problem with the indigenous Indian population who refused to civilise and become European.
How many people just kill every single person in India?
No.
What Britain did that?
No, that was during the revolution. They rebelled against us, so we had to teach them a lesson.
Teach them a lesson by exterminating them.
The guy in charge of the British Army at the time was a complete psychopath. He beat someone to death with someone's arm. He was insane. He was completely mad.
He didn't take a weapon.
Yeah, no, seriously. He once charged a horde of Indian mutineers on his horse on his own. 2 guardsmen very quickly chased after him, but the rest of the army was sort of sat there astonished that their general had just single-handedly charged, and they found him in the middle surrounded by dead bodies, and he was just swinging this dead Indian around, beating people to death. He was completely barking mad, and he should never have been in charge, but the only reason he was in charge was because the mutineers managed to murder all the decent officers in the opening of the campaign.
They couldn't kill the complete idiots.
No, it's
like movies.
He was a really horrible human being. He used to strap people to cannon and fire the cannon and stuff. Yeah.
A lot of people did that.
He was the one who really came up with the really good idea of doing it. And he despised people of a certain religion who started the rebellion, which I'm not going to go into because of the whole of the video. Anyway, as far as the Tejanos and the Spanish are concerned, the difference between the Tejanos, the local Indians, and the Spanish, originally when Spain occupied the country, they went there and invaded it and took it over. There were sort of 2 classes. There were the Tejanos, the local people, and the Spanish emigres. But by the Revolution, both sets of groups had united against Spanish rule. So you could have people of Indian descent, officers and soldiers, and Spanish officers and soldiers. It was all in as one, because it was a united country.
In the United States of America?
No, not America, Mexico. The Spanish Mexico. The Spanish-Mexican Empire, which is what they call themselves. And there was quite a bit of fighting before it was all over, including the North breaking away, which is Texas. You had all sorts of troubles out in Los Angeles when America invaded and stuff. But Mexico, it covered most of modern-day United States, so it was huge. It was a massive landmass. All the East Coast, West Coast. All the West Coast was Mexican, sorry. And it was all part of the same empire.
Cool.
Yeah. Whereas in America you didn't get that. You had a slight different set of issues in the United States. Anyway, I think we've waffled on far enough about this. These are the figures we've got done, and we've done a bit of talking about it, and I think that's all we've got to say.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
No.
No questions?
No.
No. So there we go then. Thank you very much.
Extremely weird about the height thing. If you're tiny, you go and do skirmish. If you're tall, you be an elite grenadier.
All countries did it except Russia.
There's mountains.
I don't know why Russia didn't think of it.
Or they just didn't care. They didn't care what height you were.
Yeah, if you're good at killing wherever it was you were,
Yeah,
fine.
if you kill this person before, kill these people before, get to the front line.
Yeah,
if you haven't, get in the back line.
If you live in a countries whose word for peace is not being invaded.
Not currently being invaded.
Yeah, not currently being invaded, then I think you're all in it together, really.
Yeah, we're all in it together.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what height you are, if you can carry a musket, get out
Do you think they changed the meaning now?
No, not in the least. Not with the European Union.
I think one day they'll change it.
Yeah, when the European Union ceases to exist. Yeah.
That's never going to happen for a long time.
They've got a couple of countries to the east, to the south. You have to deal with as well, which they'll deal with in their own time. So we'll see what happens. As for Mexico, do you know it's illegal for the Mexican government to change the ethnic makeup of Mexico?
Don't you know what that is?
You can't suddenly import people of a different racial mix or cultural mix. So it's illegal to import thousands of Americans, or it's illegal to import thousands of people from North Africa, or whatever.
So what happens to
European.
what happens if he's brought in trade again? I mean, slave trade again.
Well, that will never happen as long as we have Western civilization.
It's never going to happen.
And Mexico will be there long after that, anyway.
I don't know about
Oh, yeah.
that. Mexico's a tiny country.
Yeah.
Now,
No,
anyways.
no, it's not. It's huge. It's a massive country with a very big population. Anyway, that's all of the politics, and it's not really modern politics we're discussing. It's the Texan War, which, funnily enough, has recently begun to get back into politics. Maybe we should do a game where we build a huge wall, and you play the Mexicans.
There already is a wall.
I know there's already a wall. I was just joking.
So we could have played last year.
Yeah. Actually, it's more effective.
But then people would have blamed us for hiccup the idea.
No, that's just a long. That's been on the cards a long time.
You know, who was building it? Before Trump got in power, who was building it already?
I think it was Bush Senior who originally started laying the wall down, wasn't it?
I don't know.
And in fact, I think Hillary actually ran on build a wall when she was against Obama.
Oh.
So
the lies.
It's amazing.
Oh, the lies.
Yeah, it's amazing how politics turns people into a liar. Anyway,
Get that vote.
yeah, she did actually also have a policy on building a wall as well as Trump. It's just she decided not to advertise it much, but it was in her list of things she wants
Why
to
did
do.
Trump just say that?
Why don't she just say that?
But
When the Trump
because then she would have won, okay?
No, when the Trump spots about build a wall, her lot could have shouted, "We're going to!"
And
then that would
would have got her elected.
Yeah, but these people are stupid. God, so there you go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. You do the outro.
So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and comment down below what you think of the video. I mean, of
He's trying not to sneeze. He's got a cold. I shouldn't laugh at you suffering.
Of the Mexican figures. Got the names.
Cazadors.
And there's some things.
Yeah, like
Everything from me.
and everything from him. Goodbye.
See ya.